BTS News Today. Shocking news again comes from the South Korean entertainment world, this time involving one of the most famous and mysterious icons of the BTS group, Jungkook. In the last few weeks, discussions about Jungkook have never subsided. But this time it's not about a comeback, a solo project, or his appearance in the draft. What shocked the public was the names that were believed to be hidden among the inks that adorned the idol's skin with the nickname Golden Magne. The fans, or ARMY, are now being rocked by a big puzzle. There's a name hidden in Jungkook's tattoo. But who exactly is that figure? Jungkook is known as a very expressive person through art. He not only channels his feelings through music, dance, or his unique style of clothing, but also through the art of tattooing. Ever since he was first seen with tattoos on his hands and body, Jungkook has made a splash in the K-pop world. Many were amazed. Many wondered every stroke of ink on his body must have held a deep meaning. And now, after being silent for years, it is beginning to unfold that behind the intricate design of his tattoo, there is a name that is deliberately disguised. What makes it all the more astonishing is how the name can be hidden for so long from the public spotlight. When millions of pairs of eyes are always watching him at every appearance, the discovery stems from a viral post on Platform X, formerly Twitter, in which a fan noticed a small detail of a tattoo on Jungkook's right arm. In the upload, the fan edited the contrast and lighting of an old photo of Jungkook at the concert until a faint inscription appeared that resembled a series of letters. At first glance, it looks like part of an artistic design, but when examined further, the letters seem to form a certain name. In no time, the post was inundated with thousands of comments, retweets, and wild theories trying to guess who Jungkook had secretly immortalized. Some suspect that the name is the name of a family member. Others say that it may be the name of his childhood pet. But there are also those who believe that the name belongs to someone very special, someone who may have been or still be an important part of Jungkook's life. Speculation grew wild when a number of international fans conducted a digital investigation by matching letter shapes, comparing hundreds of photos, and using AI devices to clarify the patterns of Jungkook's tattoos. The results were astounding. A group of fans managed to identify that the tattoo formed a name with the initials T, which was then associated with one name that kept being talked about, Taehyung. The name of Taehyung, aka V, Jungkook's group mate in BTS, immediately became a highlight. Is it true that the hidden name is Taehyung? If so, why did Jungkook keep it a secret? Is there a special relationship between the two that is not yet known to the public? Although the friendly relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung has long been one of the pillars of BTS, rumors of their closeness often leave ARMY torn between those who believe their relationship is emotionally deep and those who consider it to be just a strong bromance. But this time, it's not just conjecture or fan service alone. Tattoos are a permanent art form. When someone decides to tattoo a name on their body, it is not a trivial decision. It reflects respect, love, or memories that you don't want to forget. It's no surprise, then, that many were surprised and even emotional to learn the name Taehyung may have been engraved covertly on Jungkook's skin all along. Some fans even shared their reactions in the form of videos, crying and expressing how meaningful and deep the relationship between the two would be if this were true. Although there has been no official statement from Jungkook or Big Hit Entertainment regarding the correctness of the name in the tattoo, a number of signals from the past are now being dissected again. Jungkook once said in an interview that every tattoo has a meaning. He has also refused to explain some of his tattoos, calling them too personal. Now, that sentence feels very meaningful. It could be that the tattoo holds something very personal, perhaps even a secret that has been known only to himself and the figure in question. In addition to Taehyung, several other names are also associated. Some call Jimin's name because of his emotional closeness to Jungkook. Others gave rise to long-standing speculation about a childhood friend who was once mentioned in a 2015 interview. But compared to all that, Taehyung's name remains the strongest candidate, not only because the initials match, but also because their chemistry is hard to deny. From backstage interactions to small moments captured on camera, Taehyung and Jungkook's closeness always looks sincere and intense. Even in the midst of conscription, Rumors about secret communications between the two continued to surface. The issue got even more interesting when a South Korean tattooist who did not want to be named gave a professional analysis of Jungkook's tattoo shape. He mentioned that the letter pattern in the design is intended to look like an artistic symbol, but technically it can still be read as Taehyung if rotated at a certain angle. He mentioned that this kind of technique is usually used by tattoo artists to disguise the true meaning of the tattoo, so that it can only be understood by its owner and people very close to him. This adds to the credibility of the theory that is already widespread among the army. When the media began to cover this phenomenon, representatives of Big Hit remained silent. They chose not to comment, as is usually the case when it comes to members' personal affairs. This attitude, although intended to preserve privacy, actually reinforces the suspicion of many that there is indeed something that is deliberately not revealed. Some international media outlets have even begun to prepare in-depth reports on the relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung, trying to dig through archives of interviews, behind-the-scenes videos, and fan meetings in search of hidden clues that could explain everything. Of course, not everyone believes that the name actually refers to Taehyung. Some of the army were still skeptical, noting that visual perception can be highly subjective and that letter forms can be misinterpreted. But even they admit that this is not the first time Jungkook has done something full of hidden meaning. From the lyrics of his solo songs to the small symbols in music videos, Jungkook has always been known as a figure who never does anything carelessly. This speculation also caused a domino effect in fandom. Many fans have now begun to retrace all of Jungkook's past appearances, looking to see if any other clues have been missed. There are even those who digitally combine Jungkook's entire tattoo and try to map it to see if there are any other hidden patterns. This discussion not only went viral on social media, but also became a hot topic in various forums and international communities. Regardless of whether the name is really Taehyung or not, one thing is certain. The existence of the hidden name in Jungkook's tattoo has opened a new window in understanding how deep and complex the emotional world of an idol is. This is not just gossip, but a reflection of how personal art is for a person living under the public spotlight. Jungkook, in his silence, may have revealed something more truthful than words, and the public now can only wait whether he will justify or let the mystery continue to live on as part of him. Will Jungkook vote? Or will he continue to keep the name hidden as a personal reminder of someone who means something in his life? Is this his way of keeping something sacred, something that should not be touched by the glare of the camera and the flash of the microphone? Time will tell. But clearly, today, one hidden name has rocked the world. And we can all only wonder, who is he really? Public curiosity is growing. Over time, this mystery does not subside, it only intensifies. The army community, which is known to be very careful and dedicated, is increasingly actively investigating all possibilities. Some of them even hire the services of professionals in the field of visual analysis, relying on technology to solve these puzzles scientifically. Through various analyses and rereadings of Jungkook's tattoo designs, more and more people believe that there are hidden letters that, if strung together, can indeed be read as Taehyung.
Didn't change it. Experiments, development, and